Did flushing your toilet one day help power electric vehicles? Well, that is something the sewage treatment facility in Pontiac is aiming for.
They are using some technology that they say in the near future will replace the fossil fuels they use to run the plant and maybe even generate electricity for EVs.
Our Andres Gutierrez is at the Clinton River Water Resource Recovery Facility to show us how it works.
This facility saves a lot of money in treating the sewage that comes through because they're able to extract a lot of methane gas from it and store it in that dome. They're now working on a system that would produce more of it, so one day they can run a turbine that would charge electric cars.
This service sector, the water, sewer, stormwater sector, use about 4% of all the electricity in America. And instead of using it, we can start producing it.
It's one of the goals Oakland County had in mind when they took over the former Pontiac wastewater treatment plant a few years ago. At the time, it was in rough shape.
The odors were really bad. We were bringing a lot of solids in. We weren't able to process them.
So once they secured funding, the facility that pumps out 20 million gallons of treated water into the Clinton River each day saw some major upgrades. One of them captures methane gas.
This is all methane created in an airtight environment, so it's not leaking into the atmosphere like it does when it's fossil fuels coming out of the ground.
It's done through a special process called thermal hydrolysis pretreatment, or THP for short. These tanks break down the cell walls from waste so the facility's bacteria can turn it into methane and fertilizer.
And this holds about 80,000 cubic feet of gas. And then inside there's another dome which actually expands and contracts due to the amount of gas that's in it.
The plant is already using it to operate some equipment, but they want to take it to the next level.
We'd be the first in the country to use this process. It's a bacteria that only can function, that can only live in very high temperature waters, just below the boiling point. So we can use that in a way that's going to be able to make it even more efficient to break down these solids.
Which in return gives us more biogas. And that would probably give us up near 400,000 cubic feet per day, which also we would use to run the cogen units. Those cogen units would produce electricity to take us off of the grid.
The county is currently looking for grants to help fund that form of renewable energy. Reporting in Pontiac, Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.